The ideal brother Bharat. Maharaj Dashrath was shocked when Rani Kaikeyi spelled out her demands. But Kaikeyi was adamant. Dashrath was certain that even Bharat would reject Kaikeyi's atrocious demands outright. Bharat shall never occupy the throne obtained for him in this foul manner. Kaikeyi remained unyielding in her demands. She wanted Sri Ram, Sita and Lakshman to go to exile. Maharaj Dashrath could not bear the painful parting from Ram, who was dearer to him than life. He passed away. The royal family's guru, Maharshi Vasishtha, sent for Bharat, who was at his maternal grandfather's house. Bharat knew nothing of the events in Ayodhya till he met his mother Kaikeyi. He learned of her manipulations for the throne for him by sending Ram to the forest. He truly lived up to his late father's judgment about his character and refused outright to accept the throne. Bharat duly performed the last rites of Maharaja Dashrath. Guru Vasishtha called on all the cabinet ministers, officials and prominent citizens. Bharat was asked to immediately occupy the throne as king. But in spite of every effort to persuade Bharat, he refused to accept the throne. He said, "I intend to live tomorrow to meet Ayodhya's legitimate king and bring him back." Bharat's resolve received an overwhelming response. He had acquired the kingdom with no effort, and yet he had discarded his right. Bharat then set out to locate and bring back Sri Ram. He searched him far and wide, then found Sri Ram with Sita and Lakshman on Mount Chitrakoot. The moment he saw Sri Ram sitting with Sita, Bharat rushed to him as a child. He fell and wept. Sri Ram asked about their father. When informed that their father had breathed his last, Sri Ram, Lakshman and Sita were overwhelmed with grief for a long time. "Ram, the throne of Ayodhya is yours by right. You must become king and protect us. You must come back with us. We have come with this sole purpose," said Bharat. Bharat, our father, had promised 2 boons to Mother Kaikeyi. To fulfill them is our joint responsibility. You must ascend the throne of Ayodhya. I will certainly come back to Ayodhya and accept the throne, but after completing 14 years of exile as promised. Bharat was adamant. "I shall not return to Ayodhya without you. If you have decided to stay in the forest, then like Lakshman, I too shall stay with you. Don't be adamant, Bharat, my younger brother. As I have said, both of us have to fulfill our father's promise. This is our dharma. We are just human puppets in the hands of destiny. You should immediately go back to Ayodhya, ascend the throne and rule wisely and well." Bharat firmly stuck to his stand and refused to budge. Sri Ram had to resolve this emotional dilemma by firmly requesting Bharat to accept the responsibility for ruling Ayodhya as his representative. "Ram, I shall respect your wishes and go back to Ayodhya. But I shall never sit on the throne. I shall administer Ayodhya as a caretaker. I shall wear the garb of a hermit, just like you, and live on a diet of fruits and roots. My residence shall be Nandigram, outside the city of Ayodhya. I shall carry out my responsibilities faithfully for 14 years. But if you delay your return even a single day, your younger brother will end his life by entering fire. Sri Ram affectionately embraced Bharat and blessed him. Give me your Padukas, O Lord. They shall occupy the throne of Ayodhya until you return. Bharat returned with his army to Ayodhya. He placed the divine sandals on the throne of Ayodhya, but himself moved to Nandigram on the outskirts of the city. Days, months and years passed. 14 years had gone by, but there was no word from Sri Ram. Meanwhile, the royal attendant said, "An old man wants to meet you. Send him in." The old man made his appearance. He inquired Bharat about his well-being. With Sri Ram's blessings, everything has gone well so far. I have looked after this kingdom as his representative to the best of my abilities. Today marks the end of the 14-year period of Ram's exile. He has not returned despite his promise. If Sri Ram does not arrive, I am going to end my life by entering the fire. Bharat replied solemnly. The old visitor was deeply touched. The very next moment, the old man vanished, and in his place stood a very gigantic person. It was none other than the mighty Hanuman. He told Bharat about Ram's arrival in Ayodhya. He narrated the entire sequence. Ayodhya woke up after many years of slumber. Sri Ram and Bharat had an emotional reunion. Bharat touched Ram's feet, saying, "Brother, accept back the kingdom of Ayodhya. Relieve me of the responsibilities and promises that you had bound me with. Forgive me." Children, the world's history is full of instances of deceit, sabotage, treachery committed for sake of grabbing kingdoms, wealth and power. Evil plans, murderous attempts, killing, burying or burning human beings' graves and tombs, etc. Bharat ruled Ayodhya with complete detachment, enjoying not even the pleasure of a common man's life. He stands out as a shining way, as a model and an ideal detachment, sacrifice, deduction and outspokenness. He is the ultimate example of selflessness, devotion and brotherly duty.